I got the horse right here, the name is Paul Revere, and here's a guy that says if the weather's clear, can do, can do. This guy says the horse can do. If he says the horse can do, can do, can do.
I'm picking Valentine, cause on the
do.
morning line,
This guy says the horse can do.
But look
If
at
he says the
epitaph,
horse
he wins
can
it by
do.
a half, according
Can
to
do.
this here in the telegraph.
For Paul
Big
Revere,
threat,
I'll bite. I hear
big
his foot's
threat.
all right. Of course,
This
it
guy
all
calls the
depends.
horse
It's
big
been rain
threat.
last night.
I know
Likes
it's
mud.
Valentine, the
Likes
weak works
mud.
look fine.
This
This
dress
dress
means
means
the horse
brother's like
likes
friend
mud.
of mine. But just
This
a
dress
minute,
means the
boys,
horse
I got
likes
the
mud.
box noise. It says
Likes
the
mud.
great-grandfather
Likes
was
mud.
next one, boys.
I
Tell
tell
you
you, Paul
what,
Revere,
it's
this is no
press.
bum steer. It's from
This
a
guy says the
handicap,
horse
but that's
should
real
not.
sincere.
I'm
Can
picking
do, says the
Valentine,
horse
cause
can
I'm
do.
doing in line.
This guy says the horse can do.
So
If he says the horse can do,
then guy says here
can
in
do.
the telegraph. Epitaph.
Paul Revere,
I got the horse right here.
Before you take another swallow, stray no more, stray no more, stray no more. Tear up your poker deck and play no more. Follow, follow the fold through the meadows where the sun shines out of the darkness and the sin and shame in which you wallow. Follow the fold and stray no more, stray no more, stray no more. If you're a sinner and you pray no more, follow, follow the fold. Brothers and sisters, resist the devil and he will flee from you. That is what the Bible tells us. And that is why I'm standing here, in the devil's own city, on the devil's own street, prepared to do battle with the forces of evil. Hear me, you gamblers, with your dice, your cards, your horses. Stop and think before it is too late. You're in great danger. I'm not speaking of the prison or the gallows, but of the greater punishment that awaits you. Repent before it is too late. Just around the corner is our little mission, where you are always welcome to come in and seek refuge from this jungle of sin. Come here and speak to me. Do not think of me as Sergeant Sarah Brown, but as Sarah Brown, your sister. Brothers and sisters, join me in resisting the devil, and we can put him to flight forever. Remember, friends, it is a Save a Soul mission located at 409 West 49th Street, open all day and all night, with a special prayer meeting this Thursday at...
Poor Miss Sarah. I wonder why a refined doll like that's mixed up in the mission dodge.
She is a beautiful doll, all right, with 100% eyes.
It is too bad that such a doll wastes all of her time being good. How can she make any money from that?
Maybe she owns a piece of the mission.
Yeah.
Hey, Benny South Street.
Hey, Harry the horse, how you doing? You know nicely, Johnson.
Yeah, how goes it?
Nicely, nicely, thank you.
Tell me, what about Nathan Detroit? Is he got a place for his craft games?
We don't know yet.
The heat is on.
Well, tell him I'm loaded and looking for action. I've just acquired 5,000 potatoes.
5,000 bucks.
Where did you acquire it?
I collected the reward on my old man.
Man, everybody's looking for action. I wish Nathan would find,
Why, Lieutenant Brannigan. Mr. South Street, it's Lieutenant Brannigan of the New York Police Department.
A pleasure.
Any of you guys seen Nathan Detroit?
Which Nathan Detroit is that?
I mean, the Nathan Detroit has been running a floating crap game around here and getting away with it by moving it to a different spot every night.
Why are you telling us this, Your Honor?
I am telling you this because I know you two bums work for Detroit, rustling up customers for his crap game.
We do?
Yeah,
Oh.
you can tell him for me. I know that right now he's running around trying to find a spot. Well, nobody's going to give him a spot because they all know that Brannigan is breathing down their neck.
Hi, Nathan.
Hey, fellas.
Hey.
Having terrible trouble. Everybody's scared on account of that lousy Brannigan, and I can't get...
Something wrong, Mr. Detroit?
Oh, hello, Lieutenant. I hope you don't think I was talking about you. There are other lousy Brannigans.
Detroit, I have just been talking to your two colleagues about your crap game. I imagine you're having trouble finding a place.
Well, the heat is on, as you must know from the fact that you now have to live off of your salary.
Hey, Nathan, did you find a place?
What's that cop want from me anyway? What am I, a sex maniac? I merely run a crap game for the convenience of those who want a little action, in return for which I take a small cut. Is that a crime? Yeah.
Nathan, did you find a place?
Did you find a place for the game?
Did I find a place for the game? Yeah, I found a place for the game. We're holding the game tomorrow night in Radio City Music Hall.
Well, how are you gonna fix the ushers?
I checked all the regular places. The back of the cigar store, the funeral parlor.
Nathan, you said once there may be a chance at the Biltmore Garage.
I was over to the Biltmore Garage. Spoke to Joey Biltmore himself. Says he might take a chance and let me use the place if I give him $1,000.
$1,000?
In cash. He won't take my marker.
Marker's no good, huh?
What do you mean? Marker ain't just a piece of paper that says I owe you $1,000 signed Nathan Detroit. Marker is like a pledge, which a guy cannot welch on it. It's like not saluting the flag. My marker's as good as gold, only Joey Biltmore don't think so. It don't seem possible, me without a livelihood. I've been running the crap game since I was a juvenile delinquent.
Nathan, can't you do something?
What can I do? I'm broke. You know, I couldn't even buy Adelaide a present today. And you know what today is? It's mine and Adelaide's 14th anniversary.
Yeah?
Yeah?
We've been engaged 14 years.
Nate, concentrate on the game. The town's up the hill with high rollers. The Greek's in town.
Brandy Bottle Bates.
Scranton Slim.
I know, I could make a fortune. But where can we have the game?
The Biltmore Garage wants a grand.
But we ain't got a grand on hand.
And they've now put a lock on the door at the gym at PS 84.
There's the stock room behind McCloskey's bar.
But Mrs. McCluskey ain't a good scout.
And things being how they are, the back of the police station is out.
So the Biltmore Garage is the spot.
But the $1,000 we ain't got.
Why, it's good old reliable Nathan, 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 Nathan Detroit. If you're looking for action, he'll furnish the spot. Even when the heat is on, it's never too hot. Not for good old reliable Nathan, for it's always just a short walk to the oldest established permanent floating craft game in New York. There are well-heeled shooters everywhere, everywhere. There are well-heeled shooters everywhere. And an awful lot of lettuce for a fellow who can get us. If we only had a lousy little grand, we could be a millionaire. Good old reliable Nathan, 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 Nathan Detroit. If the size of your bundle you want to increase. He'll arrange that you go broke in quiet and peace. In a hideout provided by Nathan, where there are no neighbors to squawk. It's the oldest established permanent floating in New York. Where's the action? Where's the game? Gotta have the game or we'll die from shame. It's the oldest established permanent floating craft game in New York.
Gentlemen, do not worry. Name Detroit's craft game will float again. My boys will let you know where it is.
Okay, Nate. Say, you know who's looking for action? Sky Masterson. Sky Masterson's in town.
Sky Masterson. Now there is the highest player of them all.
Higher than the Greek?
Higher than anybody. Why do you think they call him Sky? It's how high he bets. No, I once saw him bet $5,000 on a cockroach. And another time, he was sick, and he wouldn't take penicillin on account he had bet 10 C's that his temperature would go to 104.
Did it?
Did it? He's so lucky it went to 106. Good old Sky.
Nathan, maybe you could borrow the 1,000 from Sky.
Oh, not Sky. With him, that kind of money ain't lending money. It's betting money. So why don't I bet it? Why don't I bet him 1,000 on something?
You would bet Sky Masterson?
I ain't scared. I'm perfectly willing to accept the risk, providing that I can figure out a bet on which there is no chance of losing. He likes crazy bets, like which lump of sugar will a fly sit on, or how far can you kick a piece of cheesecake? Cheesecake. Ooh, look. Run over to Mindy's restaurant and ask Mindy how many pieces of cheesecake he sold yesterday, and also how many pieces of strudel.
Cheesecake? How much strudel? What do you want to know that?
Now, just find out. And now beat it. Here comes Adelaide.
You
If
know,
she finds
Sully,
out I'm running the
yesterday
crab game,
wasn't
she will
like
never
what
set
he's
foot on me
talking about
again.
Hello, Nadine!
Adelaide Pigeon.
Oh, sorry. You go ahead, girls. Give me tuna fish on rye, chocolate sundae with tomato ketchup and mayonnaise. Okay. Oh, we gotta get back to the hot box.
You're still rehearsing?
Yeah, that slave driver Charlie's been working us all day. So finally I says, look, Charlie, I'm starving. I gotta get out of here and get something to eat. He said, you don't want to eat. You want to sneak out and meet that cheap bum, Nate in Detroit.
So what did you say to him?
I told him, I says, I will meet whoever I want.
Well, don't get yourself upset.
Achoo!
How's your cold?
Oh, it's much better, thank you. Nathan, happy anniversary.
A present for me?
I hope you like it.
A belt.
Read the card.
Sugar is sweet, and so is jelly. So put this belt around your belly. That's so sweet. Look, Adelaide, about your present. It's gonna get you a diamond wristwatch with a gold band and 2 rubies on the side.
I mean, you shouldn't have.
It's all right, I didn't. I'm sorry.
That's okay. You know, I kind of like it when you forget to give me presents. Makes me feel like we're married.
Don't worry, honey. One of these days I'll be in the money and you'll have more mink than a mink.
You know, Nathan, I can do without anything. As long as you don't stop running that crap game again.
A crap game? What an absurd thought.
Well, I just...
Mindy's 1,200 cheesecake, 1,500 strudel.
Huh?
1,200 cheesecake and 1,500 strudel.
More strudel than cheesecake. That's great.
Nathan, what is this about?
Nothing, honey.
Hey, any news yet?
Not yet, Harry. I'll let you know.
Okay, Johnny.
And what was that about?
His wife's having a baby.
Why is he asking you?
Well, he's nervous. It's his first wife. Now, look, Adelaide. I'm expecting a fella, and I know you're hungry, so...
Nina, you're trying to get rid of me.
No, I just don't want your sandwich to get soggy. Hey, fellas, take Adelaide over to the drugstore. You see, you've got a cold, and it's all the way across the street, and there are a lot of open manholes around.
Oh, Nina, you're so thoughtful. You're just the sweetest person. Goodbye.
Hey, Masterson. Glad to see you, Scott.
Hey, Nathan, you old promoter, you.
How are you doing? You look great.
Oh, I feel great, Nathan. 2 wonderful weeks out west in Nevada. Beautiful scenery, healthful climate, and I beat him for 50 G's at blackjack.
50 G's. You're going to be in town long?
Nope, flying to Havana tomorrow.
Havana?
Yep, there's a lot of action down there. You want to come with me?
Oh, no, I got things to do around here. Meantime, want to run over to Mindy's and get some cheesecake or something? They sell a lot of cheesecake.
No, thanks, I'm not hungry. Tell me, how's Adelaide?
Oh, fine, fine. She's still dancing to Hot Box.
I suppose one of these days you'll be getting married.
Well, we all got to go at some time.
Nah, but Nathan, we can fight it. Guys like us, Nathan, we gotta remember that as pleasant as a doll's company may be, must always take second place to aces back to back.
Yeah. Are you hungry? Yeah. We could go over to Mindy's and get some cheesecake or strudel or something.
No thanks, gotta go to late results.
Oh. But you will admit that Mindy has the greatest cheesecake in the country.
Yes, I'm quite partial to Mindy's cheesecake.
Well, who ain't? And yet, some people like Mindy's strudel. Offhand, which do you think he sells more of? The cheesecake or the strudel?
Well, if everybody's like I am, I'd say Mindy sells much more cheesecake than strudel.
For how much?
Huh?
For how much?
Why, Nathan, I never knew you to be the betting man. You always take your percentage off the top.
Oh, well, I figured for old time's sake, I'd give you a little action. For $1,000, I will bet you that yesterday Mindy sold more strudel than cheesecake.
Nathan, let me tell you a story.
Oh?
When I was a young man about to go off into the world, my father says to me a very valuable thing. He says to me like this, "Son," the old guy says, "I am sorry that I'm not able to bankroll you to a very large start. But not having any potatoes to give you, I'm now going to stake it to some very valuable advice. One of these days in your travels, a guy is going to come to you and show you a nice brand new deck of cards on which the seal is not yet broken. And he is going to offer to bet you that he can make the jack of spades jump out of the deck and squirt cider in your ear. But son, do not bet this man, for as sure as you stand there, you will wind up with an earful of cider." Now, Nathan, I do not claim you've been clocking Mindy's cheesecake.
Now, you don't think that I...
However, if you are looking for action, I will bet you the same 1,000 that you do not know the color of the necktie you have on. Well?
No bet. Blue. What a crazy color.
We took Allie to the
Don't bother me.
How are you, Sky?
Good. How's it with you fellas?
Not bad. Nicely, thank you. Nathan, we took Adelaide to the drugstore and she says to pick her up at the Hot Box after the show and don't be late.
Yes, dear. I mean,
Yes, dear.
yeah.
That is husband talk if I ever heard it. Nathan, you are trapped. And Adelaide, you have a doll that is most difficult to unload.
But I don't want to unload her. I love Adelaide. And a guy without a doll, well, if a guy does not have a doll, then who would holler at him?
Nathan, I'm not putting the rap on dolls. I just say a guy should have them around when he wants them, and they are easy to find.
Not dolls like Adelaide.
Nathan, figuring weight for age, all dolls are the same.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, then how come you ain't got one? How come you're going to Havana tomorrow without one?
I like to travel light. But if I wish to take a doll to Havana, there's a large assortment available.
Not real high-class dolls.
Any doll. You name her.
Will you bet on that? Will you bet $1,000 that if I name any doll, you'll take it to Havana tomorrow?
You got yourself a bet.
I name her.
Her. Cider.
someday, I'm going to take a pickaxe and rip up Broadway from end to end.
Oh, they do that every day.
Do you take sinners here?
Indeed we do, Sarah.
How do you do?
My name is Abernathy. Arvide Abernathy.
Sky Masterson.
What's wrong?
What is the trouble?
My heart is heavy with sin.
You poor man.
I have wasted my life in gambling and evil betting. But I have suddenly realized the terrible things that gambling can lead to.
Agatha, coffee.
Well, didn't I see you a little while ago on Broadway?
Possibly. I've been wandering around trying to get up the courage to come in here.
And you're willing to give up gambling?
Gladly. I would never have become a gambler at all had I not fallen in with evil companions who were always offering me sucker bets.
Here you are, young man.
Thank you. It makes me feel better just to talk to you people.
You just go right on talking to Sister Sarah, and you'll be all right. I'm glad you found us.
The Bible says, seek and ye shall find.
Very good. I wish we could reach more sinners like you. We are out every day trying.
Well, maybe you should try the nighttime.
How's that?
As a former sinner, I happen to know that the best time to find sinners is between midnight and dawn. You might even try having an all-night session against the devil.
A very good suggestion indeed. Thank you, Brother Masterson.
You're welcome.
Coffee is so good. I can't understand why it isn't a sin.
Fine, old gentleman. I suppose he sort of looks after you.
Well, we look after each other.
Uh-huh. So I suppose if one of you were to go someplace, the other goes along?
Of course.
Of course.
Here are 2 pamphlets I think you should read. They will give you a good deal of comfort.
Thank you.
And we're holding a midnight prayer meeting on, Thursday, which I'm sure you'll wish to attend.
I'm sure. Well, Miss Sarah, I hope you will not think I'm getting out of line, but I think it's wonderful to see a pretty doll, a nice-looking lady like you, sacrificing yourself for the sake of others, staying here in this place. Do you ever go anyplace else, like travel or something?
I would like to go to Africa.
Well, that's a little far, but there are a lot of wonderful places. It's a few hours from New York by plane. You ever been in a plane?
No.
It's wonderful.
Here's another pamphlet that I think you should read.
Thank you. Of course. I will need a lot of personal help from you. My heart is as black as 2 feet down a wolf's gullet.
I'll be speaking at the Thursday prayer meeting.
Well, I need private lessons. Why don't we have dinner or something?
I think not, Mr. Masterson.
Sorry, just blossoming under the warmth of your kindness. Hey, that's wrong.
What's wrong?
That's not Proverbs, it's Isaiah.
It's Proverbs.
Sorry, no peace under the wicked. Isaiah, chapter 57, verse 21. Isaiah?
Isaiah.
There are 2 things that have been in every hotel room in the country. Sky Masterson and the Gideon Bible. You must have read the good book 10 or 12 times.
You've read the Bible 12 times?
Why not? What's wrong with the Bible? Besides, in my business, the strangest information frequently comes in handy. I once won 5 G's on a parlay. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Tell me, Mr. Masterson, why are you here?
I told you, I'm a sinner.
You're lying.
Well, lying's a sin. Look, I'm a big sinner. And if you get me, it's 8 to 5 the others will follow. You need sinners, don't you?
We're managing.
Oh, come on, let's be honest. This mission is laying an egg. Why don't you let me help you? I'll bet I can fill this place with sinners.
I don't bet.
I'll make your proposition. When is this big meeting of yours? Thursday. I will guarantee to fill that meeting with 12 genuine sinners. And I will also guarantee that they will sit still and listen to you.
And what's my end of the bargain?
Have dinner with me.
Why do you want to have dinner with me?
I'm hungry. Here.
What's this?
Sky Masterson's marker for 12 sinners. If you don't think it's good, ask anybody in town. I owe you 12 sinners, and I will pick you up at noon tomorrow for dinner.
At noon?
Well, it'll take us some time to get there.
To get where?
It's my favorite restaurant.
Where's that?
El Cafe Cubana in Havana.
El Cafe Cubana in Havana?
Where do you want to eat? Howard Johnson's.
Havana?
Why not? The plane gets us there in 5 hours and back the same night, and the food is great.
I now realize, Mr. Gambler, that when you were describing the blackness of your heart, you didn't do yourself justice.
And I now realize, Sister Sarah, that no matter how beautiful a sergeant is, she is still a sergeant.
Please go away.
Why don't you change your pitch, Sarge? Come to the mission, one and all. Except guys. I hate guys.
I don't hate anybody.
Oh, except me. I'm relieved to know that it is just me personally, and not all guys in general. It's nice to know that somewhere in the world there might be a guy who appeals to the sergeant. I wonder what this guy will be like.
He will not be a gambler.
I'm not interested in what he will not be. I'm interested in what he will be.
Don't worry, I'll know. For I've imagined every bit of him, from his strong moral fiber to the wisdom in his head, to the homey aroma of his heart.
You have wished yourself a Scarsdale Galahad, the breakfast-eating Brooks Brothers type.
Yes, and I shall meet him when the time is ripe.
You got the guy all figured out,
I have.
including what he smokes. All figured out, huh?
All figured out. I know when my love comes along, I won't take a chance. Oh, he'll be just what I need. Not some fly-by-night Broadway romance.
And you'll know at a glance by the 2 pair of pants.
I know from the calm, steady voice that's feet on the ground. I know as I run to his arms that at last I come home safe and sound. Until then, I shall wait. Until then, I will stand. When my love comes along.
No, you're talking about love. You can't dope it like that. What are you picking, a guy or a horse?
I wouldn't expect a gambler to understand.
Would you like to know how a gambler feels about the big heartthrob?
No.
Well, I'll tell you. Mine will come as a surprise to me. Mine, I'll leave the chance and chemistry.
Chemistry.
Yeah, chemistry. Suddenly I'll know when my love comes along. I'll know then and there. I'll know at the sight of her face how I care, how I care, how I care. But I'll stop and I'll stare and I'll know long before we can speak. I'll know in my heart. I'll know and I won't ever ask, am I right? Am I wise? Am I smart? But I'll stop and I'll stare at that face in the throng. Yes, I'll know when my love comes along. When my love comes along. I'll come back again in case you want to take a crack at the other cheek.
Hi, 650426.
Hello?
Hello? Hello, is this a Biltmore Garage? Let me talk to Joey.
Who's this?
It's Nate in Detroit.
Yeah, this is Joey. What do you want?
I'm calling about the, you know,
The what?
the crap game.
The what?
The crap game.
Wait a minute, I got a customer.
Well, hurry it up, will ya?
That'll be $8. Putting air in my tire? Give me the $8. Next time I'm going someplace else. Then go someplace else. Now what did you want, Nate?
I'm calling about the crap game.
Hey, don't say that over the phone. Suppose the cops are listening.
I'm sorry, the dice game. Look, Joey, is it okay if I use your place tomorrow night?
If I get $1,000,
You'll get the money tomorrow.
then call me tomorrow.
Look, Joey, if you're gonna take that attitude with me, I'll have the game someplace else.
Then have it someplace else.
But where can I have it? Look, Joey, the dough is guaranteed. Would I lie to you?
Yes?
I'm getting the money from Sky Masterson.
How do you know?
It's a bet. I can't lose. I bet him he could not take a doll to Havana.
Why couldn't he?
Because she ain't the kind of doll that goes to Havana.
Then where does she go?
She don't go no place. That's how I know I'm gonna win.
Don't be so sure, Nate. It ain't a horse, it's a doll.
But Joey,
Look, there'll be no crap game in my garage tomorrow night unless I get $1,000 in advance.
but Joey, you've known me for a long time.
That's why I want the dough in advance.
Okay. Look, I can't talk no more. I gotta go meet Adelaide at the Hot Box. Just one thing. Can I at least tell the guys that the game's gonna be at your place?
Not till I get my dough.
Okay, you'll get the money. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I hope you get stabbed by a Studebaker.
And now, for our grand finale of our Around the World review, we take you down to the farm with our star, Miss Adelaide, and her hot box farmerettes.
love you. I push the land to peck. I push the land to peck. And a hug around the neck. A hug around the neck. And a barrel and a heap. A barrel and a heap. And I'm talking in my sleep about you. About you. About you. I'm living and I'm just sleeping. 'Cause I love you. I push the land to peck. You bet your pretty neck I do. Doodle little little. Doodle little little. Doodle little little. Ooh. I love you. I push the land to peck. I push the land to peck. Though it beats me all to heck. It beats me all to heck. How I'll ever tan the farm. Ever tan the farm when I want to keep moms about you. About you. About you. The cows and chickens are going to the dickens. 'Cause I love you. I push the land to peck. You bet your pretty neck I do. Doodle little little. Doodle little little. Doodle little little. Goodbye now. Doodle little little. Doodle little little. Doodle little little.
I love you, a bushel and a peck. That lousy Joey Biltmore.
Hello, Nate dear.
Hello, Adelaide.
How are you, handsome?
Oh, fine, fine. What have you got there?
A book.
A book? You're always reading books. You're becoming a regular bookie.
Oh, Nathan, this is a very interesting book. The doctor gave it to me when I went to him about my cold.
How is your cold?
Oh, it's the same. So the doctor asked me how long I had it, and I said a long time. I told him I thought maybe it was on account of me dancing with hardly any clothes on, which is what I usually wear. And he told me to read this book because it might be due to psychology.
Well, you haven't got that, have you?
Oh, Nathan, this is a psychology that tells you why girls do certain kinds of things.
Oh. Well, would it tell you what kind of a girl would go for a certain kind of a guy, which you wouldn't think she would do so?
What do you mean?
Well, just for instance. You know, there are certain kinds of girls who you can almost bet that they wouldn't go for a certain kind of a guy.
Nathan, no matter how terrible a fella seems, you can't be for sure that a girl won't go for him. Take us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Choo! You know what? Starting next week, I'm gonna get a raise. And I thought with what I'll be making, maybe we could finally get married.
Oh, well, of course we're gonna get married sooner or later.
I know, Nathan. Achoo! But I'm starting to worry about my mother.
Your mother? What about your mother?
Well, this is something I never told you before. But my mother, back in Rhode Island, she thinks we're married already.
Why would she think a thing like that?
I couldn't be engaged for 14 years, could I? People in Rhode Island don't do that. They all get married.
Then why is it such a small state?
Anyway, I wrote her I was married.
You did, huh?
Uh-huh. Then after about 2 years...
What, after about 2 years?
Oh, we had a baby.
You wrote your mother we had a baby?
I had to. She wouldn't have understood if we hadn't.
So, what type baby is it?
Oh, it's a boy, and I named it after you, Nathan.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So where is, Nathan Jr. supposed to be now?
Oh, he's at boarding school. I wrote Mother he won the football game last Saturday.
I wish I had a bet on it.
Nathan, that's not all, Nathan.
Don't tell me that he has a little sister.
All those years! Mother believes in big families.
Just give me the grand total.
5.
Your mother must be a glutton for punishment.
Anyway, Nathan, we're getting married and it won't be a lie anymore.
Adelaide, how could you do such a thing? To a nice old broad like your mother.
Nathan, you don't even know my mother.
But I'll be meeting her soon, and what'll I tell her? What'll I tell her I did with the 5 kids? Traded them to the Phillies or something? What are we going to do?
We could get married.
But marriage ain't just something you jump into like it was a kettle of fish. Look, we ain't ready.
I'm ready. What do you think I got in this box? Nathan! What do you think I got in this box?
Sally's wedding shop. I can't guess.
It's a wedding veil. I've had it for 3 years, but I can't show it to you because it's bad luck. Would you like to see it?
No, it's bad luck.
See, Nathan, I have the veil. All we need now is our license and our blood test.
A what?
Blood test? It's the law.
What a city! First they close my crap game, then they open my veins.
Nathan, you're not planning on running that crap game again, are you?
Adelaide, how can you think such a thing? Why do you think I give up the crap game? It's because I love you and I want us to be the happiest married couple that there is in the world.
Anybody see me nearing out here? I don't think so.
You! I was all dated up with Society Max tomorrow, and he cancels on account of your dopey crap game. Honest, Adelaide, I pity you. Oh, here it is.
Adelaide, look at me. I'm on my knees.
Get up. It reminds me of your crap game.
Look, you're getting yourself upset. You and I, we're gonna be all right. We're gonna get married.
You know, I don't even believe you anymore.
But it's true. Don't worry, honey. You'll feel better tomorrow. Cheer up. You see that old smile. That's my girl. See you tomorrow.
Achoo! It says here, the average unmarried female, basically insecure, due to some long frustrations may react with psychosomatic symptoms, difficult to endure, affecting the upper respiratory tract. In other words, just from waiting around for that plain little band of gold, a person can develop a cold. You can spray her wherever you figure the streptococcus lurk. You can give her a shot for whatever she's got, but it just won't work. If she's tired of getting the fisheye from the hotel clerk, a person can develop a cold. It says here, the female remaining single, just in the legal sense, shows a neurotic tendency. C note. Tendency, C note. How? I get it, C note. Chronic organic syndromes, toxic or hypertense, involving the eye, the ear, the nose, the throat. In other words, just from wondering whether the wedding is on or off, a person can develop a cough. You can feed her all day with the vitamin A and the bromo fix, but the medicine never gets anywhere near where the trouble is. If she's tired of getting a name for herself, himself in the naming. Here's a person can develop a car. And furthermore, just from stalling the wedding trip, a person can develop a grip. When they get on the train for Niagara, and she can hear church bells chime. The compartment is air conditioned, and the mood sublime. Then they get up at Saratoga for the 14th time. A person can develop a grip, a post-nasal drip with the wheezes and the sneezes and the sinus. It's really a pimp. Ooh. From the lack of community property and a feeling she's getting too old, a person can develop a bad cold. Achoo!
Hey, nicely. What are you looking at?
This guy was just following Miss Sarah. You should have seen her. She gave him a look that would have called up a moose at mating time.
Great, just so he don't take her to Havana.
Havana? He couldn't take this doll to New Rochelle. Where's Nathan? He ought to be lining up the game.
I don't know. I suppose trying to see Miss Adelaide. She's mad at him again.
That Miss Adelaide, she's always taking his mind off honest work.
You know what, Nicely? It's too bad that a smart businessman like Nathan has to go and fall in love with his own fiancée.
Benny, that is his weakness. And we should be tolerant, because I am told it's a worldwide weakness. Look! What's playing at the Roxy? I'll tell you what's playing at the Roxy. Picture about a Minnesota man so in love with a Mississippi girl that he sacrifices everything and moves all the way to Biloxi. That's what's playing at the Roxy.
What's in the daily news? I'll tell you what's in the daily news. Story about a guy who bought his wife a small ruby with what otherwise would have been his union dues. That's what's in the daily news.
What's happening all over? I'll tell you what's happening all over. Guy sitting at home by a television set who once used to be something of a rover. That's what's happening all over. Love is the thing that has licked them. And it looks like Nathan's just another victim.
Yes, sir.
When you see a guy reach for stars in the sky, you can bet that he's doing it for some doll.
When you spot a John waiting out in the rain, chances are he's insane, as only a John can be for a Jane.
When you meet a gent paying all kinds of rent for a flat that could flatten the Taj Mahal. Call it sad, call it funny, but it's better than even money that the guy's only doing it for some dough.
When you you see a Joe saving half of his dough, you can bet they'll be making it for some dough.
When a bum buys wine like a bum can afford, it's a cinch that the bum is under the thumb of some little broad.
When you meet a mug, lately out of the jug, and he's still in platinum for the wrong.
Call it hell, call it heaven, it's a probable 12 to 7 that the guy's only doing it for some dough.
Cash has run short, make a bet, they'll be banking it with some dough.
When a guy wears tails with the front gleaming white, who the hell do you think he's tickling pink on Saturday night?
When a lazy slob takes a good steady job, and he smells from Vitalis and Barbasol.
Call it dumb, call it clever, but you can give odds forever that the guy's only doing it for some dough, some dough, some dough. Guy's only doing it for some dough.
Street meeting we had this morning. You must be interested in our work.
Very.
By the way, you spoke beautifully this morning, Sarah.
No, I can't reach these people. I never should have volunteered for this post. Well, let's go to lunch. And to think, I was going to convert Broadway all by myself. I was going to take these gamblers and have them just begging to come to the mission. General Cartwright.
Good morning, Sarah. Arvide.
Good morning, General.
We didn't know you were coming to town, General.
I got in early this morning. I spent the last hour trying to find you.
Oh, I'm sorry. We've been holding extra street meetings, trying to stimulate more interest.
Good morning, General.
Good morning, I'm sorry, Agatha. Sarah, there's something I want to talk to you about.
Well, won't you come inside and have some lunch with us?
No, dear, I don't have the time. I have several other calls to make. Sarah, we at headquarters have come to a definite conclusion. We have decided to close this branch of the mission.
Oh, no!
Close the mission?
But, General, please, someone can do good here, even if I can't.
Sarah, there are so many calls on us, so many places where our work is really needed.
You're doing much better now.
Yes, we've announced a big meeting for tomorrow night.
You've announced a meeting. But will anyone come? Will anyone be here?
Pardon me. I couldn't help overhearing. My name is Sky Masterson, former sinner.
How do you do?
How do you do? General, I wish to protest the closing of this mission. I believe Miss Sarah can be a big success here.
Well, I'm glad to hear you say that, but I'm not so certain.
$1 will get you 10.
What?
General, might I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Why don't you come to the meeting tomorrow night and find out for yourself? Don't you think that would be a good idea?
Well, if I thought the mission had a chance.
General, I personally guarantee you 12 genuine sinners.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I tell the boys it's at the Biltmore Garage?
Not yet. I gotta stall him for a while. Joey wants his dough first.
Nate, it's 11 o'clock. Boys ain't gonna stick around much longer.
So sue me. Look, I left nicely at the hotel to wait for the money from Sky. It'll be there. Where's the dough?
It hasn't come yet.
I told you to wait for it.
I had to get some groceries. I felt faint.
Go back to the hotel and wait for the money from Sky, and don't come back without it, even if you starve to death.
Okay, Nathan.
Where's the game, Detroit?
Hey, Harry the horse. How are you, Harry? How's everything in Brooklyn?
Detroit, if you do not have no place for your game, tell us, and we will seek elsewhere for entertainment.
Take it easy, Harry.
I hope, Detroit, you not spoil our evening, inasmuch as I happen to be entertaining a very prominent guest of mine. I think you may have heard of him. I'd like you to meet Big Jewel from Chicago.
Well, how do you do, Big Jewel? Welcome to our fair city, in which, as you know, the heat is on. But just be patient, and you'll get some action.
What do you say, Big Jewel? Should we stick around, or shall we blow?
I came here to shoot crap. Let's shoot crap.
Sure.
Nathan, if there is no crap game tonight, I am sure Big Jewel will be considerably displeased. And Big Jewel does not like to be displeased, as you can find out from those such citizens who at one time or another displeased him. Although, I will admit, it'd be hard to find such citizens in view of the fact that they're no longer around and about.
Now, Harry, you don't think I would be so rude as to displease a gentleman like Big Julie here now, do you? Believe me, Big Jewel, when Nathan Detroit... When Nathan Detroit arranges something, you can count on it that...
Well. An interesting gathering indeed. The cream of society. Angie the Ox, Society Max, Rusty Charlie, Liver Lips Louie. Hey, Harry the Horse, all the way from Brooklyn. And, pardon me, I'm very bad on names, but your face looks familiar. Mind tell me where you're from?
East Cicero, Illinois.
Oh? What do you do there?
I'm a scoutmaster.
Well, don't ever help my mother cross the street. Lovely. This looks like the male chorus for Blossom Time. What's the occasion?
Well, we...
It's a party!
It's a party.
Indeed. What kind of a party?
It's, well...
Tomorrow! It's a bachelor party! That's correct, Lieutenant. It's a bachelor dinner. Nathan's getting married.
Yes, sir, for he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow.
Which nobody cannot deny.
Oh, Nathan, I'm so thrilled! Why didn't you tell me?
It was a surprise.
But when I saw you standing here with all these, fine gentlemen, I never dreamed it was a bachelor dinner. I thought, of course, it was a...
No, it's a bachelor dinner.
Oh, yeah, it's a bachelor
Yes,
dinner.
sir, a bachelor dinner.
Just think, after 14 years, I'm finally going to be Mrs. Nathan Detroit.
Tell
Time
me, Nathan.
certainly does fly.
Tell me, Nathan, when is the happy day?
Well...
When will it be, Nate?
we need time for our license and our blood test.
Gee, wouldn't it be wonderful if we could get married tomorrow night, right after the show at the Hot Box?
In Adelaide, we need time for our
You could
license.
elope.
What?
You could drive down to Maryland. What's the name of that town?
Pimlico.
Not Pimlico. No, Nathan. Elkton. They'll marry you right away. They don't ask for a blood test.
Ain't that unhealthy?
Nathan, that's a great idea. Elope. I can lend you my getaway car. I mean my Buick.
Oh, Nate, let's do it!
Well, what the hell?
My congratulations too, Nathan. And I only hope there's nothing in ready.
Oh, my goodness, I have so many things to do before we elope. You'll be at the Hot Box tomorrow night, right?
Oh, I'll have a table reserved wearing whatever you elope in.
I'm so excited. I ought to wire my mother. Only what do I wire her?
Send her a telegram and date it back.
No, till we have 5 kids of our own. It won't take us long.
Nathan, you are indeed a lucky fellow. A most beautiful doll indeed. Don't you agree, Big Joel?
Tell me, how long you know the doll?
14 years.
Let's shoot crap.
Nate, you better find a place for the game.
Well, I can't. The money from Sky ain't come yet.
What if it's not gonna come? What if he took the doll to Havana?
He couldn't have. How could he? She couldn't have gone.
sandwich, please. El Santo Cristo, the second oldest mission in Cuba. Come on!
Where to?
To see the oldest! Don't miss the dungeons from which prisoners are thrown to the sharks!
Sounds like a million laughs.
Here is buried Christopher Columbus!
At least he's lying down. How about a drink?
A milkshake, please.
Dolce de leche.
These are delicious. What did you call?
Dolce de leche.
Dolce de leche. Well, what's in it besides milk?
Oh, sugar and a sort of native flavoring.
Well, what's the name of the flavoring?
Bacardi.
It's very good. I think I'll have another one. have alcohol in it?
Only enough to act as a preservative.
You know, this would be a wonderful way to get children to drink milk.
I know.
Dolce di leche!
Take it easy, slugger. It's over and you're still champ. Are you all right?
Am I all right? Ask me, how do I feel? Ask me now that we're cozy and clinging. Well, sir, all I can say is if I were a bell, I'd be ringing. From the moment we kissed tonight, that's the way I just gotta behave. Boy, if I were a lamp, I'd light. And if I were a banner, I'd wave. Ask me, how do I feel? Little me with my quiet upbringing. Well, sir, all I can say is if I were a gate, I'd be swinging. And if I were a watch, I'd start pumping my spring. Well, if I were a bell, I'd go ding dong, ding dong, ding. Ask me, how do I feel from this chemistry lesson I'm learning?
Chemistry?
Well, sir, all I can say is if I were a bridge, I'd be burning. Yes, I knew my morale would crack from the wonderful way that you look. Boy, if I were a duck, I'd quack. And if I were a goose, I'd be cooked. Ask me, how do I feel? Ask me now that we're fondly caressing. Pal, if I were a salad, I know I'd be splashing my dressing. Ask me how to describe this whole beautiful thing. Well, if I were a bell, I'd go ding dong, ding dong. Savannah is so wonderful. Why don't we stay here for a few days and see how wonderful it's really like?
No, I think we better hurry if we want to catch the plane back to New York.
Oh, I don't want to go back to New York.
I'm taking you back.
You're no gentleman.
Look, a doll like you shouldn't get mixed up with a guy like me. It's no good. I'm no good. You know why I took you to Havana? I made a bet. That's how you met me in the first place. I made a bet.
Well, how else would a girl get to meet a gambler?
Come on.
I don't want to go back.
Come on.
No!
I gotta think what's best for you.
Oh, you talk just like a missionary.
You were fine.
Thank you so much. I love it. Sky, hello.
How are you, Miss Adelaide?
Great. Look, the girls gave me a kitchen shower. They went to one of those all-night drugstores and surprised me with the kitchen shower. Look.
What? Oh, Joe.
Oh, that's wonderful, Miss Adelaide. Oh, you know, Miss Sarah.
Hi, how do you do?
Hi. You know, Sky, we're eloping to get married tomorrow night, Nathan and I.
Well, good luck.
You know, I feel like a housewife already. I'm gonna love being in the kitchen. I tried all the other rooms.
Well, Miss Adelaide certainly seems happy.
She's in love.
Yeah, I guess so.
What time is it?
I don't know, 4 o'clock?
This is your time of day, isn't it? Oh, I've never been up this late before.
Well, how do you like it?
It's so peaceful and wonderful.
You're finding out something I've known for quite a while. My time of day is the dark time, a couple of deals before dawn, when the street belongs to the cop and the janitor with the mop, and the grocery clerks are all gone, and the smell of the rain-washed pavement comes up clean and fresh and cold, and the street lamp light fills the gutter with gold. That's my time of day, my time of day, and you're the only doll I ever wanted to share it with me. Obadiah.
Obadiah? What's that?
Obadiah Masterson. It's my real name. It's the first person I ever told it to. I've never been in love before. Now all at once it's you forevermore. I've never been in love before. I thought my heart was safe this is wine that's all too strange and strong. I'm full of foolish song. My song more. So please forgive this helpless haze I'm in. I've really never been in love before.
I've never been in love before. Now what I've learned since you is you forevermore. I've never been in love before. I thought my heart was safe. I thought I knew the score. But this is wine that's so just strange and strong. I'm full of foolish song, and as my song must pour.
So please forgive this helpless haze I'm in. I've really never been in love before.
Good morning, Brother Masters.
Good morning.
We followed your suggestion and stayed out all night. We spoke to a lot of sinners. Where have you been, Sarah?
I've been to Cuba.
You're even more tired than I am.
What the?
The cops are coming! The cops are coming!
What the hell is this? Hey, hey! Nathan, what the hell is this?
Canasta! Some must have tipped him off. I've seen a lot of strange things in my time, but this is the first time I've ever seen a floating crap game going full blast in a mission.
Crap game?
Sarah, you know I had nothing to do with this, don't you?
This never would have happened if I never should have gone with you, Sky. It was wrong.
No, it wasn't. You went to help the mission.
Did I?
Will I see you tomorrow?
Everyone is welcome at the mission.
It's not what I mean.
You said it yourself, Sky. It's no good. It's just no good.
Why not? What the hell kind of doll are you anyway?
I'm a mission doll.